What's going on in your head when you hear that from The Rock in that presser right after SmackDown?
White whale, unicorn, look at me, me. Anyway, okay, so it's the last couple of words. Me and Cody had a few tequilas. All right. If you apply it to what Rock was trying to do in the promo, maybe he made some headway with Cody. Maybe Cody's actually thinking about joining The Rock, thus having a couple of tequilas with him. Now, that's just me playing. Watch this. That's just me playing devil's advocate. Or you can look at it the way you're looking at it, Dave, which is what way?
Here's the problem I have. And I was watching LFG, and Shawn Michaels at the beginning of LFG talks about pulling back the curtain. We're going to pull back the curtain. And I get in 2025, we are pulling back the curtain. But do you have to do it immediately? Like, what the segment hadn't even settled into my brain yet, what I saw between The Rock and Cody. Do you have to throw back in our faces that this is all predetermined, this is all fake? And I'm using the F word here. Mark.
Dave, in the last 7 years, I've been with SiriusXM, and I've been doing this show with you. Remember the first month or two when I would tell you in the break, I can't talk about that.
Yes.
I can't. I because the curtain was not open then. Now the curtain is all the way open. We see Oz sitting in the chair, pushing the buttons, going, hey, you, come here. I need you to go stand right there. We're finna dump blood from the ceiling in that canister. And you see everything being orchestrated now. Now you have TV shows like LFG. You have the cream of the crop. Undertaker, Bully Ray, Booker T, Mickey James, Shawn Michaels. In the background, you see the Matt Blooms and Terry Taylors and Norman Smileys and all of these great trainers. Rodney Brookside, the people down there they're teaching and coaching every day. You see it. You watch them talk about a yay boo. You watch them talk about, hey, flick the hair out of your face so we can see the expression. That's what tells the story. You hear all of the inside. Why not, Dave? Why not The Rock go into this press conference and say what you just saw on TV?
I think I'm getting an ulcer just listening to you, Mark, right now. Seriously, I think
I didn't make the rule.
I think my ulcers have come back. Listen. First and foremost, that wasn't the quote unquote wrestling journalists that were in that room. That was local media in New Orleans to hear about WrestleMania 42 coming to New Orleans. There is absolutely no reason to go there, Mark. He did not have to go there. He didn't have to go there. He could have sat down. He had his glasses on. He had the shirt on. He wasn't The Rock on TV. He was Dwayne Johnson. I understand that. He's now wearing multiple hats. So right there, he's playing the head of the board of TKO. I get that. So talk about WrestleMania 42. Talk about what WrestleMania is going to do in the city of New Orleans. Talk about how popular the WWE is. Talk about Netflix. There is absolutely no reason in that press conference that he had to pull back the curtain in front of the non-believers. And those people in that room were the non-believers to show them that our industry and our business is predetermined and fake. He didn't need to do that, but he felt the need to do that. He felt the need to say, you know what? That was the bad guy Rock that was on TV. This is the good guy Rock that's in front of you right now. He did not have to go there. He did not have to say, you know, I was really happy by what we did tonight. And the business we did in the ring, Cody was happy with it too. We had a couple of shots at tequila. That's, to me, going over the line, and you did not need to go over the line. There was no reason for him to go there in that press conference. No reason for him to do it.
Dave, you're right. But on the other side of the coin, it's important for him to show that he is corporate, that he is Dwayne Johnson, that he is a powerful man in pro wrestling, and not just pro wrestling, but in the world of entertainment altogether, is going to bring the naysayers to us. The legitimacy that that guy gives as opposed to a wrestling carny is different. And I mean,
Reese,
you can be mad.
Mark,
Dave,
I
was mad for the
disagree.
first 3 years of this at myself, but I still refuse to use the F word. And I'm not talking about Franks. I love Franks. But I'm talking about that other F word. You know what I'm talking about.
I know. I said it. I said it.
I know you said it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either, Mark, but that's what he did. That's
Dave,
what The Rock did. Go ahead, bully.
I agree with you because I understand where you're coming. Because I understand where you're coming from. I get it. The traditionalist, old school, Johnny Valentine. I might not be able to make you believe pro wrestling is real, but I can sure as hell make you believe that I'm real. I get it. Why does Rock have to say this? Why does Rock have to pull back the curtain? Why does the WWE have to blah, blah, blah? In 1997, a movie called Beyond the Mat came out, which the WWE signed off on, in which Mick Foley and The Rock talked about their match earlier that afternoon before The Rock caved in Mick Foley's head with 33 chair shots. It's no different. What Rock is doing is really not that much different to the overexposure of the business that the WWE signed off on long ago. Yes, it always hurts when they do it because it's unnecessary. Would I ever do it? No. Would I ever go on a press conference if I had just worked with Cody and did all that? No. I wouldn't be saying, hey, yeah, we did shots of tequila, but I also gave you the other side of it. Maybe they were doing shots of tequila because Cody is actually considering what The Rock said.
And you know what? Then say that. Like, to me, sell it. Like, to me, you're not selling it. You guys have taught me, Mark, you have taught me, Bully, you have taught me over the years doing this show, and I've been doing this show for 50. Sell, 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 and when you're finished selling, sell some more. He did not have to go there. Nobody even asked a question about it. He volunteered the information in front of the non-believers. These are local New Orleans media that's covering SmackDown and covering the fact that WrestleMania 42 is coming to New Orleans. You know what? You could just say this. Why not? Say, yeah, I'm happy about it. As the boss, I'm happy about this. I can't wait for WrestleMania to come to New Orleans. And when it comes to Cody, well, you know what? You're going to have to tune into Elimination Chamber and find out. Like, there was no reason for him that, Cody was very happy with it. And, we hugged afterwards and we did shots of tequila together because we were so happy with the television segment that we did just 30 minutes ago on live TV on SmackDown. He did not need to go there. And for somebody, and he kept reminding us over and over again, I grew up in this business. I grew up in this business. I grew up in this business. Well, you didn't seem like it because what your father protected, what your grandfather protected, what Cody's father protected, you just exposed to everybody. You exposed it to everybody. Shame on him. Shame on him for doing that. Because you didn't need to do it. You didn't need to.
You didn't need to, but it hasn't made things any worse. The only time the WWE is going to back off of doing things the WWE way is when numbers start to reflect that what they're doing isn't working anymore. And I'm not talking about a couple of weeks of a rating being down on SmackDown. I'm talking overall. Nothing seems to affect this machine. And The Rock is going to do whatever the hell he wants to do anyway. Nobody's going to stop him.
Forget about that. It's The Rock. I'm going
Right.
to ask you honestly, Mark, I'm going to ask you honest, and Bully, I want you to be honest. If that was Tiffany Stratton in a press conference, answered the questions the way The Rock did, Mark, what would you say to Tiffany Stratton as soon as she left that press conference room?
What are you doing? Why would you tell them what's going on?
I would say it to Tiffany, and I would say it to The Rock. And then The Rock would be like, he would give an answer that would be like, come on, man, you get it. You're in on it. It doesn't matter. He would give some answer that just because he's higher up in the hierarchy than I am makes him right and wrong. I do not believe that we should be pulling back the curtain on professional wrestling any more than it has been already. And just because it's been pulled back in the past doesn't mean that we can't do a better job of keeping it closed. So I don't agree with it, but I can give you the other side of it.
And you did. And you did. And listen, I might be the old man on the mountain. Like the wrestling I grew up on was the mystique and the magic. And I think all of us would agree that the best pro wrestling is entrenched in reality and blurs the lines, and you still believe in the magic and the mystique. Like we all know when, and Bully and Mark, you both used this analogy. It would be like David Copperfield doing a magic show. The show is over, and everybody's getting up and leaving, and then David Copperfield comes on stage and goes, no, wait, stop. Get back in your seats, because now I'm going to show you how everything I just did was fake. So let me show you how no, because you're still riding the high of just seeing this amazing, like you're walking out of the theater saying, man, how did he do that? Was he able to do, like, how? I don't know. But imagine if he said before you left, here's how I did it. Here's how I did all this magic.
You're right. Nobody is telling you you're wrong. You're right. I personally agree. I think to an extent Mark agrees, but there's nothing that can be done about it.
Yeah,
and if there was another press conference today, you wouldn't be able to say anything to the man that would make him think differently. And that's just the way it is. So we have to look at this moving forward. This is what they gave us. This is the hand we're dealt as fans and professionals to analyze it. What do we want to see moving forward? How do we take something that 50% of the people didn't like? I threw up a poll, 56% thumbs down on the Cody Rock segment. Now, was it thumbs down because they hated it, or was it thumbs down because they didn't understand it? Not sure. Moving forward, how do we make this work? So, Rock, Cody. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I think Cody Rhodes joining The Rock and sitting at the right hand of The Rock and becoming his guy makes a lot of sense.
All right, so I love what you just said.
Because Cody doesn't have, in my opinion, as highly as I think of Cody, I don't know if he has the verbal chops to hang with The Rock moving forward. But 10 years ago, maybe more, there was a promo between CM Punk and The Rock. And Punk absolutely verbally decimated The Rock to the point where you could see Rocky's tics in his face starting to go off because Punk was getting under his skin with that promo, and not in the same way that John Cena got under his skin by exposing the promo on the wrist. This was hitting home. Cena and Rock on the mic moving forward with Cody doing the actual physicality, man, I think there's something there.
I agree, and then maybe you guys are going to kill me on this. Mark, Bull, you might both. But why give it away? Even in the press conference, he's giving that away.
Is it going to affect anything?
I don't, but maybe it will, maybe it won't, but why even go down that road when you don't have to, Bully?
I don't know.
Like he even says, like, this doesn't have to be a match. What? Like, again, the guessing game. We don't know. We got to tune into elimination. Are we getting The Rock versus Cody? Is it? He kind of threw it out there that, no, you're not. Why?
Right.
Why do that?
Because that's what he wants to do. You know, Dave, a lot of times you ask questions and I give you the simplest of answers, but you're not willing to maybe, I think you understand. You're just not willing to accept it. It just is what it is.
It's not about that. It's about like moments like that. The best thing to do is just leave it alone. Again,
and Dave, you feel like it can derail something, but it's not. It's not going to derail it because of the way that it's operated now.
I'm just surprised, Mark, though. But, Mark, I'm surprised somebody who grew up in the business like him that understands the magic and mystique, leave it alone, man. Like, and I swear to, if The Rock was on this show right now, and my God, I want to get The Rock on this show for 5 fucking minutes. Come on the show. You comment on my Twitter. You comment on Instagram. Give us 5 fucking minutes. Bully, Mark, you guys know him.
Act like I'm him and just tell me what you want to say.
All right. So the first thing off the bat, if The Rock was in front of me, Mark, so you're The Rock, I'd be like, Dwayne, Mr. Johnson, whatever, however, I probably have to watch my P's and Q's, so I probably got to, call him Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, why? My first question is why? In that press conference, right after SmackDown, for somebody who was born and raised in this business, why did you feel like you had to pull back the curtain as much as you did and give away some of the story like you did? There was no reason for it. Nobody was asking for it. You volunteered that information. Why?
My answer would be, and this is my answer, and I don't speak for Dwayne. We have evolved to where we are Hollywood. We are high-level daily television. Bully was on a show yesterday, nationally televised, and around the world, might I add, about what we do and how we do it. What is the difference between what he did yesterday and what I am saying right now, Dave? And why do you have this animosity toward me? What did I ever do to you?
You're exposing the business. You are exposing a man who grew up in this industry. You, sir, are exposing the business.
I didn't start it.
You can control it now. You're a boss. You're in charge. Control it. Make it your own. Own it. You always talk about old school wrestling and the territories and how much it meant. Now you're in charge. You don't have to give it away. You're giving it away. Why? Why are you doing that?
Dave, I'm 50% on board with you, buddy, because he is not exposing the business even a small percentage of how the business has been exposed by the WWE over the years. To an extent, as Mark just said last night on LFG.
It's different for this. It's very different. And here's why. You know what you're getting with LFG. It's explained right off the bat at the beginning of that show. It explains it all. Shawn Michaels does a great job in episode 1 of explaining what they're trying to do. What The Rock did on Friday immediately after SmackDown is just throw a bucket of cold water on you, and then he did it in front of the local press in New Orleans to say that this business is predetermined and that everything we just did 30 minutes ago is a lie.
Do you think I would be on your side 100% if I completely agreed with you?
Yes.
Didn't I talk you off the ledge at 39?
Yes.
You have to look at this from the other side. You have to put yourself in The Rock's personal shoes and his professional shoes. As me and Mark have been breaking his balls all show, nobody loves Dwayne like Dwayne loves Dwayne. Okay? White whale, unicorn, I'm the best. I have the most IG followers. Me. We get it. Okay, we all have egos in the wrestling business. Some of us have bigger egos in the wrestling business. Lord knows I have to walk sideways into a room to get my giant head into the wrestling business sometimes. Ha ha ha, that's a joke. But until something goes wrong, nothing is wrong. People are confused by the promo, but he said, I'll see you at Elimination Chamber. What? He's going to be at Elimination. What's he going to do at Elimination Chamber? What does he mean by? Okay, so now you got to tune in. Now let's see who wins. This kind of goes back to what he said about shut up and enjoy the ride. Yeah. I don't really think that they know what the ride is. I'm not quite sure Rock knows what the ride is. Dude, I've been making this shit up as I go along for 30 years. Legitimately making it up as I go. And for the most part, it's worked out for me. Sometimes not so much. He's making this shit up as he goes along.